Okay. Okay. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good day. Let me check my stream's working all fine here. Okay, there we go. Stream should be working fine now. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, and this notifications, let me see if those are working also. Okay, notifications should be working fine. Okay, hello, how's everyone doing? Okay. Okay, let me, oh, I forgot to turn on slow mode. Let me do that really quickly here. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Okay, that should be good there. Okay. Okay, let's play. Let's have some fun on this stream. Sorry I haven't done some Red Dead content in a little bit, guys. I've just been busy with the Cayo Perico DLC, but I'm making Red Dead content also. I have a few videos coming up. My next part of San Andreas will be up tomorrow, Brayden. Okay. Oh, hey, Saucer. I'm playing, streaming Red Dead if you wanna join. Okay. Okay. Why is this taking so long to connect to the Posse here? Okay. Okay. Let me, did I start up my Posse? Okay, I did. Okay, let me remove a few people just so it's fair to people who want to join in. Okay, and the Posse is open, so like anyone can join in. I have a wagon sale. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Brett. Thank you, man. Let me just hang on my camera a second here. Okay. There we go. Thank you for sponsoring the channel also, Squawk. Thanks, man. Okay. Okay. Okay, you have a wagon to sell, right? Okay, we can just help you with that right away then. Okay, hang on 1 second here. Oh, thank you, Eric, also for sponsoring the channel. Thank you, man. How do I like the Cayo Perico heist? It's my favorite GTA DLC of all time. Thank you, Jimbo, for sponsoring the channel. Just, the next Red Dead DLC, whatever we get, like, thank you, Leo, for sponsoring the channel. There should be no excuse as to why it can't be as big as Cayo Perico. Because, like, this game, like, Rockstar's been slacking in content on Red Dead, so the next Red Dead DLC, I'm expecting they're gonna be a big one. Steve, thank you for the super chat. Professional, random question. Did you make a video on the Cayo Perico heist on which secondary items to get in the finale? Not really, no, but I've talked about it in streams and videos. It kind of covered it in my guide a little bit yesterday. But here's what is the best loot to get? Main loot is going to be random, so it's going to be either the bearer bonds, which is kind of like 1,100,000, the tequila bottle, which is 900,000. I think it's like the diamond, which is 1,200,000, and then I think the Diamond Panther, which that one's like almost 2 million. But that's random what you get. As for like the loot the secondary loot that you take, if you're playing it solo, get cocaine, because that is the most profitable to get solo, if you just steal that. That's the most profitable one to steal solo. If you're playing with more than one other person, get gold. Because gold is the most profitable one to get, but you can only access those rooms with 2 people. Oh, thank you, Blitz, for the super chat. Nice hat, thanks, man. Also, if you guys haven't already, everybody that's watching the stream, if you could please sign the petition that I made on Red Dead Online, and it's directed towards Rockstar for them to revert the daily challenges to what they previously were. The petition is like at 10,000 signatures right now, so we had gotten a lot on that already. And I'm going to try to ask a few other Red Dead YouTubers to get involved. I know PvP Cat's already made the video on my petition, but if other people could also sign it. It's if you want to know where the petition is, it's just go on my channel, scroll back like a week later, a week earlier, and you'll see like petition to Rockstar Games video on Red Dead Online, and it's there. If somebody also wants to post a petition in the chat, that would also help, I guess. Okay. Thank you for signing the petition, Tree. When do you think properties will come? Hopefully in March. I assume properties were going to come this year because they've been found in the data files since like the Naturalist update, and for some reason they didn't come. We know mansions are coming out. That's pretty much a guarantee because it's in the in-game files that you can buy a mansion. But the question is just when's it coming out? Yeah, and that's the thing. The snow on Red Dead Online is like 10 times better than the snow on GTA. The snow in GTA is boring. I don't really think it's that fun. You just kind of crash your car a little bit in the snow. Not really that enjoyable. I like the snow in Red Dead. It actually feels like a blizzard. It's really cool. And it actually makes your character freeze. Like, your character will get really cold. So that's, the snow in Red Dead is just so much better. So when the snow comes, I'll do streams on Red Dead on the snow with that. Okay. Snow's probably gonna be coming in a few days. Okay, let me disband the posse. Somebody said they needed help with selling a wagon, right? Brett, right? Brett needed help selling the wagon. Whoever needs help, just invite me right now. If you need help selling the wagon. Yeah, I heard Outlaw Pass 5 got leaked. I might make a video on that. I'll probably make a video giving my thoughts on that. Where is the source for the Outlaw Pass being leaked? Is it credible? Is it, like, actually in the files? Because if it's just speculation, I'm not going to cover it, because we don't do speculation on here. If it's, like, actual data files, then I'll do a video on it. Okay. Are you Polish? Yes, I'm an American Polish background. My parents are from Poland. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a GTA stream either on Christmas Eve or on the 23rd. I'll do it around there, and I'm gonna be doing a charity stream on that stream. So we'll be I'll just gonna have to pick what charity I want to do. There's gonna be a few I gotta choose which one I'm gonna do. But we'll choose a charity, and then we'll do a charity stream, and I'll also donate live on the stream, and we'll do that on either Christmas Eve or on the 23rd. I'm gonna do a review of the vehicles eventually, but I just want to get through with doing the heist first. I'm not one of those people that rushes everything. Like a lot of, other YouTubers, like, they just rush things and they have to get everything out the first day. I'm not like that. I take my time with content and just, I just post it whenever I can. I have a few guides to make on Red Dead as well about the infamous bounties. I still have another guide to make on that. So that's
I have to say, I've outdone myself with a stew this time. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Okay. If you could let me drive the wagon, I also like driving them. The best shotgun, probably the semi-auto shotgun. I like the double-barreled. I just like it, personally. I just like the style of it. That's why I use that one a lot, but... Okay, Harry, we can help you sell your wagon also. Do you wish Red Dead to be the favorite child of Rockstar instead of GTA? Well, the thing is, though, is Rockstar should put a lot more effort into doing content on Red Dead Online. Because, do you know how stupid that is? That they just released it as, like, a standalone game, and they're doing more content for a 7-year-old game than doing content for this game, which is relatively new still. And don't get me wrong, I'm not attacking the Cayo Perico heist. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have released it. It's a great DLC. I like it. Cayo Perico is the best DLC Rockstar has ever added to GTA, in my opinion. I would give the DLC a 9 or possibly even a 10 out of 10. But my complaint is that they don't put as much effort into Red Dead Online as they do with GTA Online. And that makes me very frustrated. Okay. Where am I taking this to? Thieves Landing? How far are we from Thieves Landing right now? We're in like the border of the Heartlands in Lemoyne. Okay, it's not that bad of a ride. I'm gonna try to cut through some hills. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Devil, if you haven't already, sign my petition. Because my petition, I made a petition to Rockstar Games, literally complaining about them to fix the daily challenges in Red Dead Online, to revert them to what they used to be. The petition is at 10,000 signatures. The goal is to try to get it to 50,000, and I think we can really do it. If we get a lot of YouTubers involved, we post it on Rockstar's feedback page, ask other people to post it, share it, I think that it can, reach 50,000 signatures. And possibly, you know, maybe even Gaming News will cover it, like Kotaku or somebody else, that, like, if the petition gets big enough. So, hopefully that can eventually happen. Where? Does my petition link work in the chat? Is anybody able to post it in the chat? I should have put it in the description of the video of the stream. Okay. Somebody let me know. Are you able to post my petition link in the chat? Does that work or not? It doesn't. The links don't work. Okay. Okay, just hold on, oh, okay. See if you can post it, Saucer, because that would help out a lot. Yeah, and the thing is, though, is I made like a joke on Twitter about, like, Rockstar's support for Red Dead Online. And I was, like, saying, here's how my joke goes. The Red Dead Online community, we want to be able to rob banks and trains. We want to be able to own properties. Rockstar Games, let's cut daily challenges in half. That's really what... I just don't know. I just don't understand their logic sometimes. Okay, Mia's link there worked. It's like the music in the game really loud for some reason, I think. And hold on, right after this, when I deliver this wagon, I'm gonna post the petition link in the description of this stream. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's, hang on, can I copy? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, Saucer just, guys, Saucer just posted the clickable link there. That's the link to the petition that Saucer Cat's posted. If you want to, like, sign, it's about the daily challenges to fix in Red Dead Online. Every signature helps. We're trying to get to 50,000. Yeah, let me see if I can I pin the link? Oh, I think I can. Okay. Does it actually work? Let me see. Okay, it actually worked. Whenever I would pin comments on streams in the past, it would almost never work for me. Now it worked. Okay. Okay, good. So the link is now pinned in the chat. It's at the very top. Anybody that wants to sign the petition, it will help. What's wrong with daily challenges in Red Dead Redemption 2? What's wrong with them is that Rockstar took away the streaks that you could keep after 28 days. And so now every time you get to 28 days, it resets. You get like a $100 bonus. But it's not worth it for the amount of effort that was in the past. And on top of that, they cut them in half. So what you used to make, they're all cut in half. Like, week 1, you'll make like 0.10 gold, which is just stupid. And the thing is, though, about it is... if Rockstar had nerfed the daily challenges like 1 month after they came out, like, or I should say like 1 month after they were updated, because in May they were updated to like what they are now, May 2019 I should say. Like, people would have complained, but it would not have been as big of a deal as it is now, because they've had this same system in the game for like over a year and a half. So this same daily challenge system has been in the game for over a year and a half, and now a year and a half later, out of nowhere, they're just nerfing how much gold you can make from it. It's just, a lot of people are very unhappy over that. Have you ever wanted to do a Minecraft or survival game walkthrough? I wanted to, well, I mean, the closest thing to a survival game walkthrough that I've done is I played Days Gone. I did the Days Gone story on my channel. Thank you for sponsoring the channel, CH Sta, if I'm reading your name correctly. You just signed a petition. Thank you. That will help. Also, guys, take the petition and copy the link and post that on Rockstar's feedback page, and just say to them that like you're not happy with what they did to the daily challenges. And you know, I've gotten a lot of comments of people telling me that my petition is gonna go nowhere, and it's not gonna do anything. But you know, at least we're trying. We're trying to do something for them to change the daily challenges, because a lot of players have stopped playing this game. Like one of my friends, he was like level 700, I think 800 at this point, so he's played Red Dead Online a lot, and he had like a pretty big streak on the game. And what happened is, now that the daily streaks have been changed, he doesn't want to play the game anymore. And this is a guy that's like ranked 800 around, so you know, he's an extremely high level in this game. So that shows just that like you can take people that have played this game for so long, can get upset and pissed off and just stop playing it. Hi Professional, someone on TikTok was bragging about creeping and destroying your cargo. Just those people are stupid, Max. Just thank you for the super chat. But I haven't played in a public session in like half a year, like literally half a year. I think like I might have been in a public session like 2 months ago maybe. I accidentally connected into one, but I don't remember being killed by anyone. So no, I don't. Yeah, I haven't really played in a public session in like half a year. I only play in like invite-only friend sessions now. I don't play public sessions anymore. Longer San Andreas episodes. Well, I wanted to. I could have made the San Andreas episode longer, the one that I had before. But the reason I didn't make it longer is because the mission right after that is the Green Saber, and I would rather the Green Saber be like kind of like in its own part, because that's like one of the most important missions in the entire game. Well, that's Red Dead Online. That's a standalone game. Yeah, that orbital cannon was a mistake. How much gold do you make now in a week? I used to make like around like, you know, 10, 20 gold a week. Now I'm lucky if I make 5 gold a week. I've also been playing a lot more GTA because of Cayo Perico, but I still log into Red Dead every day. We didn't get a legendary bounty on Tuesday, did we? Like, there was no legendary bounty, was there, last Tuesday, right? Because Cayo Perico came out. I just remembered, yeah, there was, Yes, I earned all that gold. I do not buy microtransactions. All my gold is earned. So hopefully the legendary bounty comes out. Are you sick? No. No. What did I just get a... I'll probably not kill an animal for an in-game day. Do you think more vehicles will come to Red Dead Redemption 2? I think that my prediction, that war wagon that we saw with the last legendary bounty, I think that vehicle is going to come to Red Dead Online. And my best guess is Rockstar put that vehicle in as a test to see if players would actually like it, the war wagon. And so far, the reception has been overwhelmingly positive. So I'm confident that Rockstar will probably add that in the future. And the war wagon, you know, what DLC could they possibly add that in? The only thing I could see them adding that in would be a trader expansion. So if they did a trader expansion, that would be you moving goods in that wagon. Nobody's gonna mess with you on that. Are you in college, and if so, what are you majoring in? No, I graduated college like a year and a half ago. College was kind of, college had its ups and downs for me. There was times that I really enjoyed college and times that I didn't enjoy it. Also, if everyone could play on free aim, I'm not even playing on free aim myself. I just realized if everyone could play on free aim, and have auto aim on your horse. Thank you, little Mike. Any advice for someone looking for a job? I'll answer your question in just one moment here, Mike. Let me just deal with these enemies here. Okay, got him there. Thank you for the super chat also, Mike. Okay, let's just get rid of all these enemies here. Tips for making money on Red Dead Online. I have a video that's like the ultimate beginner's guide. Check that out. I also have some other guides. Just check out my Red Dead Guides playlist. You'll probably find a bunch that will help you out. Okay, let me okay, these enemies here. Okay, okay, let me answer Mike's question now. Mike was asking for advice on, what was he asking for? Any advice on someone looking for a job? Well, it depends, I am considering playing Project Wingman, but I might make a video on it, Smile. Thank you for the super chat. But Mike, it depends on what are you looking for exactly? Are you looking for, like, something to do part-time? Or are you looking for, like, a full-time job? Because, in my experience, I've worked 6 years in retail, and I'll tell you that, like, in regards to working in retail is, like, a good starter job. It's a good job to kind of build experience from, but it's not a good job to stay in the long term. Like, probably one of the biggest regrets that I'm going to have for the rest of my life is that I spent 6 years working in retail. I should have quit probably after 2 years. But, yeah. Should I get Cold War or Red Dead? Well, you can't really compare them. They're two very different games. Cold War, I like the single player and zombies, but Red Dead has much more content to it. They're probably not going to listen, but we're at least trying to do something, with the petition. But, you know, one thing that really kind of pissed me off about working in retail was that literally constantly doing something, they're having you do like 3-4 tasks at once, and then when you ask to go on a break, you've been working for like 4 or 5 hours, and you're starving, you want to get something to eat, you want to go on lunch, and you tell them like, you know, I want to go on break, and management makes you feel bad for asking to go on break. Like, they literally, like, it's like they shame you for asking to go on break. Like, I understand not all places are like that, but I experienced that at my job. Like, at least, like, oh, well, we got too much work right now, you can't go on break, we gotta do a lot of more things still, and then you keep helping them and doing more and more and more stuff, and then by the time you do everything, your shift is pretty much over, and you basically just starve yourself, not eating the entire shift. It's constantly had that happen where, you know, oh, well, we have too much work right now, you can't go on break. It's like, I've been working for like 5-6 hours, when can I finally go on lunch? That's like one thing that just pissed me off so much about retail.
Hey, if you form a posse, Railroad Baron's gonna pop.
Thank you for the super chat, Sniper. You made a comment, but I don't know what it was. Let me start my posse here. But, you know, anybody that works in that type of environment, you know what I'm talking about when, like, management makes you feel bad for asking to go on break. It's just, the first manager that I had was absolutely terrible when it came to that. He sucked. The next manager that I had, he was actually a decent human being, and he tried his best to help everyone out, and he made sure that you were able to go on break, but, like, the first manager that I had, it was terrible with that. And the first manager would always take his break, no problem, would always have a break, but everyone else, nope. For the charity stream, I'd be happy to cover the transaction fees and match 500 in donations if you choose CopticOrphans.org as the charity. Thank you for the super chat, Daniel. I'm not familiar with that charity. Is that charity linked through YouTube? Thank you for the super chat. See, hope that pets come to GTA in the drip feed. We'll see. I'll have to check that charity out later, Daniel. I was thinking about possibly doing St. Jude's also. I think that's linked also through YouTube. Because, like, when you do the charity things on YouTube, there's, like, there's the fundraisers. There's, like, a bunch of charities to choose from, and you automatically just link them to the stream. You still here, Daniel? Oh, it's not linked through YouTube. That's why I offered to cover transaction fees along with whatever benefits come with linked charities. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to look into it. I'll look into that one. Thank you for the super chat, Daniel. Oh, it's the train we're doing. Yeah. Rail Baron. So if I'll have to see. I'll look into that one or St. Jude's. I'll have to research the charity a little bit also. Okay. Okay, well, what are people's ranks on here? Pretty low levels on here. Oh, this hat I got from Amazon some time ago. Well, thank you for the super chats, Daniel. But yeah, I'll look into the charity and I'll see what which ones are available to me, which ones I can do. I'll look into trying to see if I can do that one too. I just have to research it a little bit too. But if not that one, I'll probably do St. Jude's. This will be like a stream on the 23rd or the 24th. How do you make so much money in Red Dead Redemption 2? Oh, it was mostly collectibles. Mostly collectibles, some treasure maps, and, yeah. Okay. Okay, this one is probably gonna be really easy here. I'll do a video on that golden after I beat San Andreas. They're gonna do a Christmas. I think they'll do a holiday thing on Red Dead. Well, I can understand Rockstar's perspective on why they did it so that you can only explore Cayo Perico during the heist, because it kind of makes sense. It's Rubio's private island. Will you play Dead Rising 2? Dead Rising 2, I'll do a walkthrough of that one. I did Dead Rising 1, so I gotta do Dead Rising 2, eventually too. What do you think of the new GTA Heist? I like it. I think it's good. Thank you, Diamond, for the super chat also. Okay, I don't need to win first place on this. Okay. Wow, okay. That was, are you still gonna do a Siphon Filter playthrough? You remembered that. Yes, I will do Siphon Filter also. I'll do Siphon Filter, and I'll also try to have an outfit like Gabe in Siphon Filter. Explosive rounds on this, we don't want to use that. Okay. I do also stream GTA 5, but this isn't a GTA channel though. Oh, bro, I hope you have a great holiday this year. Thank you. Thank you, TT. When do you think houses will release? Possibly spring. We'll have to see. Have you watched Fast and Furious? If so, what's your favorite car in it? Probably the Toyota car that Paul Walker drives in the first one. I don't know what the name of it is. This one I got on Amazon, Bulldog. Yeah, I'm still in New York. I'm visiting my family for like over a month. I've been visiting since Thanksgiving, and then after the New Year, that's when I'll go back. Okay, 3 minutes holding on here. I mean, the submarine should be more, What's up, Pro? How you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you for the great con. No problem, man. Oh, whoa. Oh, he got me there. Do you have a goal in Red Dead Online? Not really, just playing, having fun with friends right now. Is the online worth it for €5 US dollars? I think it offers a lot of content, and I think, you know, it would be worth $5, yeah, but I think that it would be a mistake to buy just the online because you'd be missing out on single player, which is just such a big part of Red Dead Redemption 2. My favorite type of seal? Well, I don't even know the different types. Thank you, C. Thank you for the super chat. Man, those slugs are pretty powerful, too. Okay, good work, guys. Okay, Brandon, we can probably help you next. Thank you, thank you, Nate Sam. Merry Christmas to you, too, as well. I don't know what you mean about the petition. They've had this system in place for a year and a half, so out of nowhere, Rockstar just nerfing the daily challenges, it's wrong. Are you from Poland? No, my parents are. When's your next GTA stream? You're not interested in Red Dead export cars? Okay, let's do a bounty here. And then Brandon will get his, Brandon will, I guess, get his camp ready to sell. Okay, we can also help you, Harry. And we can also help you, TJ. Well, a lot of people have sales they need. Okay, let's go to last location. Use the carbine repeater. I haven't used this one in a long time. This is the Black Arabian horse that I'm on right now. I thought the ending was kind of really sad, but I kind of expected it because Arthur doesn't appear in Red Dead Redemption 1. I gotta go back to free aim too, because I'm still on auto aim. Okay. Why don't you like auto aim? I like the challenge of free aim more, and I like you earn more XP with free aim. Why do you play auto aim? Thank you, Epic, for the super chat. I mean, I just like auto aim. Auto aim. I like free aim because it's because you got to manually aim. It's much more challenging and different, and it's not like you just go to the area, lock on, and kill everyone. It's you got to do a lot more planning. Brandon, if you could get your sail ready, we'll help you right after this. I keep auto aim on horseback, by the way, because on horseback it's just too difficult to use free aim on here, but... where's the ambush site? I don't see anything on my map. What is a good recommendation for other DLC? Well, mansions, properties, they really got to add that to this, They really got to add mansions and properties to this game. I want to see some kind of, you know, outlaw robberies, you know, train robberies, bank robberies, something like that. Do you guys see something else on your map? I don't see anything on my map right now. I might have to find a new lobby. I think the mission is glitched. Yeah, I think the mission is glitched.
It says go to the ambush site.
But there is no ambush site.
But it's far. Can you not see a yellow? There,
No, I don't see anything on... There's nothing on the map.
Because we see the bounty target.
You see the bounty target?
Yes.
I don't even see anything on... I only see you guys on the map, nothing else.
Let's right up ahead and see if it happens up here.
Okay.
Oh, somebody killed the bounty target.
Okay, just take the bounty target and deliver them then. My favorite whale? That's a weird question. Thank you, C, for the super chat. I don't think I really have a whale, a favorite whale. I don't, no, I don't smoke anything. I don't know of really many whales. I just know the killer whale, yeah, I don't even know, I'm not really knowledgeable on animal life,
That's a good steed there.
Yeah, I liked Watch Dogs Legion, but the thing about Watch Dogs Legion is I didn't enjoy it as much as, you know, like Watch Dogs 1. Like, Watch Dogs 1, I liked the single player in Watch Dogs 1 so much. Like, I liked the story in Watch Dogs 1. I had so much fun with that game. But, like, Watch Dogs Legion, what I think Watch Dogs Legion did good was the recruiting system was good. Where you can just recruit, you know, so many different characters. They did a good job with that. But, you know, as for the story, I don't know. How do you plan on doing the Ace Attorney series? Lots of reading there. I'll probably like read through it and also give my thoughts on it. Just deliver the bounty target, guys. Just do that. Just end the bounty because it's glitched right now. And I felt like Watch Dogs 1 had like a pretty dark atmosphere, like the story, the setting, and yeah, I'll play Red Dead Revolver also in the future. Oh, accident, my bad there. I played a ton of GTA. I'm playing Red Dead right now, though I don't understand the question. What is the best skill of thing bounty hunter trader to make money in Red Dead Redemption 2? Check out my Ultimate Beginner's Guide. I kind of break all the roles down in that. Well, all the roles that weren't all the roles that were added at the time of the video. I don't understand your comment on the dailies, because that's what most people know, is assume that Rockstar cut the dailies so that people would buy more gold bars. I mean, why else did they cut the dailies? But that's not the right. I mean, that's not the right way to go about it. If you want people to buy more gold bars, just add more content to your game, add mansions and properties, add just much more stuff to buy, maybe like the War Wagon, you know, drop a bunch of big DLCs. If you do that, then like much more people are going to be inclined to buy gold bars, and then everyone is happy. But simply like cutting daily challenges and expecting people to buy gold bars up, it's not going to work, and a lot of people are going to stop playing the game because of it. Did you guys deliver the bounty target? What's going on? You delivered it, and it's still glitched. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a new session then. It's glitched. Why do I hear like a... okay, I heard a buzzing sound there. I still hear it. Is that somebody's mic in the party?
Mine is muted.
Okay, I don't know what that noise could be then. Do I believe in God? Well, I don't, you know, really talk religion because it's everyone has their own views. But my view is I consider myself an agnostic. I I lean more towards believing in God. But I consider myself an agnostic. I don't know what you mean, C. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for signing the petition. Brandon, if you join my session, if you could invite me here, will I do a walkthrough in Undead Nightmare? Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that one day. It's been a bit since I joined the live stream. Rat Hat. Thank you, The Wicked for the super chat, and thank you Fortnite Matthew also for the super chat. Thank you guys. Thanks guys. Is Brandon in this session? Well, I haven't played GTA Daily in like months. Now I've been playing GTA Daily because it's the update. I do like the update, and I have another approach coming up soon. And the approach that I have coming up, it's going to be a crazy approach. Yes, I'm playing on PS5. I did play Jedi Fallen Order. I have Jedi Fallen Order walkthrough on my channel, but you know something? Jedi Fallen Order is like one game that I had a very frustrating time with on YouTube, and it had nothing to do with the game itself. It was that what I did was Jedi Fallen Order was like my first in-game movie video, and by that I mean I've done videos where I post like the entire game in like one video, and so I posted like me playing Jedi Fallen Order from start to finish. I obviously didn't do it in one sitting, but like I put it all together, the whole game from start to finish, and it was like an 11-hour video, and in that 11-hour video I had gotten a copyright claim from UMG, and what they did was they copyrighted me for 11 seconds. 11 seconds of Star Wars music in a Star Wars game. And because of that, they had stolen the entire video and monetized it. So they took my entire 11-hour video that I spent so long putting together and stole it for like 11 seconds of supposed copyright music. And that was like the worst copyright claim that I've ever gotten. Thank you, LTE, for the super chat. And I couldn't...
You joined Brandon and he's at his camp, I think.
Oh, can you send me an invite? Oh, I guess I'll just wait for the invite and I'll join you guys. Yeah, but that was the worst copyright claim that I explained, and I mean that I had gotten, and I couldn't mute the 11 seconds, and I couldn't cut it out either. The reason I couldn't cut it out or mute it was because it had a character's death on the screen. Like a major character's death, and so like I cut that out, everybody would have been like, well, what happened to that character? So then like it's like there's nothing I could have done. So like that video got completely screwed by UMG. I hate that the update for Red Dead is nerfs while GTA got an amazing new heist. Red Dead needs an update like Cayo Perico, better content like a heist. Thank you, Fernando, for the super chat. And I agree with you. This next update that comes out, I hope this next update comes out in spring for Red Dead, like March around there, because that's when the Outlaw Pass ends, and I expect that this will be a big DLC, like big one, after what we got in GTA.
we're not sure how to invite you because you're not appearing in a list.
Let me hang on a second. Let me appear online. Okay, I'm appearing online right now. Are you in that session, by the way, Saucer?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do right now. Let me see this. Okay, view, and then I think this will let me I think this will let me join. Okay, hopefully this works now. When are you gonna get good at GTA combat? Well, what do you mean? A prospector role? How would that work? I'm curious. What's your idea? Well, why would they spend more money on updates on a less popular game than a more popular game? The popular game brings more of the dough. It's called business. And you do realize that this game is their relatively new game. I fully understand that GTA gets more money than Red Dead. That's obvious. There's more players on it, but this is their relatively new game. And how much more are they going to update, you know, GTA 5 for? Are they going to, like, do this until, like, the PlayStation 6? Like, I'm not complaining about the GTA updates, but I'm saying it's kind of weird when you push a relatively new game to the side in order to make content for a 7-year-old game. And also, you gotta have, not everything is about business. Like, I hate this attitude when, like, people have this attitude when they're like, oh, it's all about business, it's all about making money. I can't stand that attitude when people have that. It's like, you gotta have, like, some, what's the word that I'll be using? You gotta have some, like, some morals also on the side. Like, I don't know if I use morals here because it's video games, but it's, you gotta have loyalty to your fans. Loyalty is more of the word that I would use. Loyalty. You gotta show that to your fans. You gotta have some respect for your fans. You gotta show your fans that you respect them, because there's plenty of people that play Red Dead Online and enjoy it. So, they should show respect to their fans more. Oh, I missed that shot. There we go. Do you think we'll still see a whiskey business? No, they'll probably do that in a Moonshiner update if they expansion if they do something like that. Okay, I need an invite to the Posse. Okay, let me leave this one here. I don't know if it's the biggest DLC, but I think it's the best DLC is Cayo Perico. And also, like, you know, the argument that I heard before about, like, you know, that GTA's, like, Rockstar's, like, you know, where they're making the most money from, so that's why they focus more on GTA than Red Dead. Wouldn't you also think about it this way? If Rockstar made more content on Red Dead Online, people would play Red Dead Online more, and there'd be more players on that game. You know, you could use that same argument back. And I'll tell you something. This game had nowhere near the amount of players as it does, like, now, like, when it first came out. Like, when this game first came out, like, the first month, you had a decent amount of people that played the first month, but they got really bored of the game the first month and stopped playing it because there was barely any content when the game first came out. And then, like, with the February update, a few more people maybe came February 2019, a few more people came May 2019, a little bit more people, but then September 2019 with Frontiers Pursuits, that was a massive update, huge, biggest update Red Dead's ever gotten. You had a ton of people get on the game and play it. And even with the the naturalist update. Like, the naturalist update, I made a guide on the naturalist update. Like, my Red Dead videos, like, usually in a month, you know, they would get around 50,000 views. Usually in a month. 50,000 or more views. And when I posted, like, when the Naturalist DLC came out, and I posted a guide on the Naturalist DLC, the first day, the video got, like, 200,000 views. So that's proof alone that a ton of more people are on Red Dead because they were searching up the game, looking up things, so there's a lot more people active on it. So, you know, more people are playing the game. And also, like, you know, when it comes to GTA, I don't like it when people, like, put words in my mouth and they tell me, like, when GTA was popular and what GTA is doing right. I played GTA... Can I drive the wagon, by the way? I played GTA Online since the very first day. Since day one. And I'll tell you, when GTA Online launched, and anybody that's played GTA Online on day one knows exactly what I'm talking about. The first week of GTA Online was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. Like, GTA Online was so terrible, like, the first week. It was so bad. It was, like, one of the most buggiest, broken games I ever played. And I never expected something like that from Rockstar. Because Rockstar usually polishes their games, and they have them very, very little bugs, very little glitches. None of that stuff. And GTA Online was a complete broken mess. That happened in GTA Online. And GTA Online was so bad, it was so badly broken, you could barely connect to any lobby. Characters would randomly get deleted. I had made, the first day that the game came out, I made a character, like, first or second day, because first day I could barely log in. I made a character, and I was playing on that character. I played the whole day. I had gotten up to rank 18. I finally got enough to buy the first apartment, the 2-car apartment, and then I got off the game. I logged back in the next day, my character was deleted, and the apartment and everything was gone. I had to make a new character and do everything again, and that was because of Rockstar's terrible servers. That was, like, back in 2013. And so the game was a disaster. It had, like, almost no content, nothing to do, and for the next year and a half, there was nothing to do on GTA. Like, the updates were just, they sucked. Like, the updates that we got on GTA were just not good. And even, like, when GTA 5 came out on next gen, you had some more people playing it, but the online was still pretty boring. There was, like, almost no content. The GTA did not become the game that, online did not become the game that it is today until the Heist update came out. March 2015. When that update came out, that's when GTA became the game that it is today now. But GTA did not have the same amount of players back then as it did now. Like, the first 2 years of the amount of players that they had on the game is nothing in comparison to what it has now. Like, it's probably tripled, you know, quadrupled at this point, the amount of players that they have playing the game. And it's primarily because they added so much content to the game. They added so much DLCs to the game. That's why the game grew so much, because they add so much content to the game. Red Dead Online adds much more content, and they do it frequently. I'm not saying it's gonna jump as much as GTA, but its player base could double or triple also. And that's one thing I don't like is when people, like, tell me that, like, GTA Online, they act like GTA Online had all this stuff at launch. They act like there were heists and all these other vehicles and businesses. They act like all of that was on day one. That wasn't on day one. That took years to add to the game. Okay, let's get on over to Thieves Landing here. Oh yeah, I'll do GTA 4 one day on the channel. What are your hopes and concerns for the Outlaw and Lawman update? Is that even confirmed, Lord Casey? Thank you for the comment. And thank you for sponsoring my channel. Also, they gotta have some kind of role playing in this game. Does Honor have any effect in online? Barely anything. Honor does barely anything in this game. There's only two things that I can think of that Honor actually affects, and that is, one, if you're doing, like, the trader resupply missions, you have more of a chance of getting, like, steal missions instead of, like, you know, hunting missions, if you have low Honor. And another one is when you're doing the story missions for Red Dead Online, like the Jessica Leclerc missions and all those, The Jessica Leclerc missions, they don't matter on what honor you have, neither does the Moonshiner, but like some of the other ones, like the extra ones, like the Samson Finch missions, or the old man, I forgot his name, their missions, you have to have high honor for the old man, and for Samson you have to have low honor to trigger their missions. You can't do their missions unless you have that, but those missions you only do them like once and you never do them again. So it's not something really unique. Have I watched the Karate Kid? Yes, I have seen the Karate Kid. That was a very long time ago, but I don't remember the majority of the movie. I just remember how he stands up to the bullies, he learns karate. That's I've seen that movie so long ago, so many years ago. I'd have to rewatch it again to remember everything. I do remember that one scene where he was that in the first the Karate Kid, where the karate master, he stands up to the bully, and like the guy is like literally breaks both of his hands hitting the window. I think that was maybe in the second one, but what is your opinion of Eminem? Thank you, Source, for the super chat. I don't really have much of an opinion. He's a music artist. What do you mean? You mean, do I like his music? Like, yeah, he makes some good songs. He does decent. I remember his songs were in Modern Warfare 2, like the trailers for Modern Warfare 2. Like he got really popular with Modern Warfare, because like whenever Activision did the commercials, they would always have Eminem in his music. That's actually where I know most of Eminem from, was from Call of Duty. That's where I started hearing about him, but you know, personal life I'm not going to comment on, because I don't know really anything about his personal life, but you know, he does make some good music. I'll say that. Hey Pro, love your videos. Thank you, Alex, for the super chat. Hello, thank you, FBI agent. Ever played the Max Payne games? Yes, I have. You'll actually be very happy to know. Go on my channel, FBI agent, and go to playlists. And on the playlist, you'll see a Max Payne 3 playlist. And the Max Payne 3 is about to hit its 1-year anniversary, because Max Payne 3 came out. Well, I did the Max Payne 3 walkthrough in December of last year, so it was at the end of December and then early January. Guys, let's stop here for a second. We got a legendary animal really close by. Let's all grab that legendary animal. I don't think anyone's gonna touch the wagon. There's something up here. But I might do, for the Max Payne 3 anniversary, what I might do, because it's gonna be a year since my playlist, I'll do, I might do Max Payne, like, 1, because I haven't done that one yet on the channel. I don't think I have this one, do I? I don't remember if I have this animal. Okay, it's sedated. Everyone get the sample. This is why naturalist is like the if I would have to make if I made like a list on like the top 5 weirdest things added, I think naturalist would be like number 1 on the list, because like this is just it's a weird DLC. Like I wouldn't say it's a terrible DLC, but it's just a weird DLC. It's like you're just chasing down animals and firing sedative rounds at them and then taking samples and then selling it to some crazy lady that sprays you. It's, No, I've never been to Great Britain. My cousin does live in Great Britain. He actually asked me to visit one day when the virus situation ends, but, oh, who's this guy? Well, that's the first time that we've actually had, like, an incident with, you know. Will you be playing Cyberpunk 2077? I don't know, Quincy. I don't know, I'm just not that much into games like that, and I have, like, a lot of other games to play at the moment. Yes, I played LA Noire. No, it's not a stream sniper. I very rarely get stream snipers on Red Dead Online, like it doesn't really happen to me a lot. On GTA it would happen a lot, but I don't play in public sessions anymore on GTA. On Red Dead Online it barely happens, but this guy, I don't think this guy is a stream sniper. I could be wrong, but I think he's just a random. If you know, he's a low level. He's like rank 37, so he probably just sees the red marker on the map and he's like, oh, I'm gonna attack that or whatever. And yeah, just leave the guy alone, guys. Don't kill him. He probably just doesn't. He probably just thought that this was part of like a mission or something. That's probably why he attacked. Just don't just leave him alone. He's a low level, and if he comes back towards the wagon, then shoot at him. But for now, just leave him alone. Do you think Rockstar will ever go back to their roots and start concentrating on single-player games? Honestly, I think Dan Houser left because talent wasn't required anymore. Thank you, Tommy, for the for the comment. I'll say this. I'm playing for the San Andreas story right now on my channel, and like playing for the San Andreas story, it's like so much different, like than like GTA 5, for instance. Comparing it, it's like San Andreas is it takes place in roughly the same place. Like, you know, it's the 3D universe versus the HD, but you know, it's much more serious. Like, the tone is just much more serious. Like, it's a darker tone, much more violent tone. It's... No, I'm not a GTA channel. I've been trying to get away from that for like a year and a half. Like, I took a break from GTA for like half a year, and then I came back to it because I do like the new update. And but like when I cover everything in the new update, I'm gonna go back to doing my new content, and I'm gonna focus more on Red Dead content. Well, I understand that, even though it's an M-rated game, Rockstar is gonna be appealing to their younger audiences. I get that, but they have an obligation to also appeal to the Red Dead audience. Are you gonna shoot for a higher grinding goal on GTA on the PS5 and a higher level? Thank you, Wolfman, for the super chat. Nah, not really. I'm just playing GTA just for doing heist and stuff like that mainly. Like, I'm not really going for goals anymore. I will hit $1 million in Red Dead Online. That I will do. But Red Dead Online, I don't even go for goals anymore either. Any chances for a heist update in Red Dead Online? It's possible, Quincy. And Source, thank you for the super Cyberpunk 2069. Can you? What do you mean? Thank you for the super chat. Everyone agree that Red Dead is come on. Are you really gonna say that Red Dead is trash? You could argue that the online has its fair share of problems, but like, you know, to say that about the game, this is one of the best games ever made. Especially the single player alone is worth numerous awards. And I see your name is like Fortnite Matthew. Well, how would you like it if people started saying that Fortnite was trash? Like, so I'm not even saying that, but that's the same logic. There might be less of an audience, but there's also a Red Dead audience. And if Rockstar doesn't treat them right, they're gonna lose that entire audience. I've made a few $100 just helping people with their trading day. And that's like, what, made like $312 from that sale there. And then the next one, yeah, will probably help another person. I know is that people that usually hate on games don't even play it, or they might have seen somebody play it and they heard like a negative review on it. There was like one game that I've been playing recently. I've been playing this game called Empire of Sin, if anybody knows that. It's like an XCOM kind of mafia game. I've been playing that a decent amount. And you know, the reviews said that the game was terrible, but I'm actually having fun with the game and I'm enjoying the game. So you play what you like. The one thing that pissed me off about Empire of Sin was the game was really glitchy, but when it works, it's kind of fun. But I'm having fun with that game despite what the reviewers said. So you gotta form your own opinions. You can't just rely on other people. Yeah, and I had that, and the thing about that is, people need to learn to accept other people's likes and dislikes, because, like, when I took a break from GTA, and I didn't play GTA for, like, half a year, and I started playing, like, a lot of other games, I would have, like, comments on my videos of, like, people telling me that, like, oh, they were saying, oh, this game is trash, GTA is the best, or whatever, stop playing this game sucks, and it's like, I don't understand that logic. Like, what are they trying to accomplish with that? Like, do they think that somebody is do they honestly think that somebody's gonna delete the game that they're playing, stop playing that game, just because somebody else tells them that it's trash? Like, that's... And you shouldn't say that, like, one game is trash or another game or whatever. It's not gonna really do much. Just a few times in that, Brandon. Oh, there's another, we're selling another, okay, let me, I'm gonna stock up on ammo. Just activate the sale whenever you're ready. The Red Dead story was really good.
Out of the way.
Watch out there.
Welcome back. Take a look at what we got.
Okay, buy this here. Buy max, okay.
Sure. Okay.
The thing about it is that a lot of people, they have their, there's a lot of people that, you know, they have specific biases that they have a hard time breaking out of that bias, and I know that a lot of people have these biases. And, like, what the thing is about it is that people, they don't want to give, like, new games a chance. They don't want to give new content a chance. They have a specific bias. They're like, oh, I hate this, therefore I'm not ever going to give it a chance. That's, like, what a lot of people, like, the way they see video games. And I'll say, the thing about it is, I don't like Battle Royale games. You know, I don't hate on them, saying that they're, you know, garbage. It's just not for me. I don't like it. I never played Fortnite, but I played Battle Royale in Modern Warfare. I played Warzone. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it. The reason I didn't like it was because whenever I played Battle Royale a few times, and whenever I played it, it was always that people were just hiding in the buildings, just sitting in corners and buildings, waiting for the map to get smaller and smaller, and then they would go to another building and just hide in the corner, or they would just sit on rooftops and just snipe the entire time. Like, almost nobody was actually going around looking for other players, and then, like, you would die early on and you had to spectate the whole thing. You know, I'm not saying that it was a terrible mode, but I'm giving my opinion, my analysis on why I didn't like it. That's just my reasoning on why I didn't like it, and You know, if somebody else likes it, that's fine, but, you know, at least I give a more of a thought-out opinion on why I don't like something. But somebody just saying, oh, this game's trash or something, that's stupid. If you're gonna say that you don't like a game, at least provide a reasonable explanation and explain why you don't like the game, not just simply saying, oh, it's trash. That's just stupid. And I don't even think Warzone is trash. I just don't like Battle Royale, that's it. Not hating on Warzone. I actually enjoy Plunder. Plunder I like. I don't mind playing that. But, you know, as for, like, the Battle Royale aspect, I don't like it, personally. I did like the Battle Royale when it came to cars, when they had, like, they had that one mode for, like, a few weeks with the trucks, with the turrets on. That I actually really liked, that one. Because that required a lot of teamwork to, like, maintain the vehicle and stuff, and I actually had fun with that. But when it came to, like, just on foot Battle Royale, nah. That wasn't fun, and I didn't really have fun with it. And if you want to know just some proof of how bad these biases can be, I remember there was, like, this one guy that I saw, and he was so biased. Like, it was so biased, and he actually even basically proved himself wrong. But basically what happened was, a year and a half ago, I was doing a Sniper Elite V2 walkthrough. Some of you guys might remember when I played Sniper Elite V2 Remastered. And, I played Sniper Elite V2 since, like, 2012, when it came out, and they remastered it on the PS4, and so I was... Damn, there's a little bit of an accent there. And so I was playing it, sorry about the horse there. I was playing Sniper Elite V2 on the, on my channel, and I'm pretty good at the game. I'm really good at the game. Like, I don't want to brag or show off or anything, but I'm pretty good at it. I completed it on the highest difficulty. I was really good at, like, compensating for that game, figuring out the bullet drop in the wind. And, I beat the whole game on the hardest difficulty. I was also, when it came to the survival in Sniper Elite V2, I think I was number 6 in the world on one of the maps. And, I think I'm no longer number 6 in the world. I think somebody's beaten my spot. But I'd have to check again. But the point that I'm making is I had a lot of fun with the game, and I was pretty good at the game. And what happened was, I had, like, people that were just hating on the game, like, saying, oh, this game sucks, or whatever, just because it wasn't a popular enough game, for them. And this one guy... He came to the stream, no, the video. He came to the video, and he would just make a bunch of comments saying, oh, this game sucks, and then he would actually say that if you don't stop playing this game, and if you don't start playing more GTA, I'm gonna unsubscribe. Like, I just saw a comment from a guy like that. And the thing is, though, is that comment made 0 sense. Zero. No sense at all. The reason it made no sense? Because I wasn't sacrificing GTA content for Sniper Elite content. I was still posting the same amount of GTA videos that I was in a week. The same amount of GTA videos that I was posting before I posted Sniper Elite was the exact same. In fact, the Sniper Elite videos were extra videos that I was doing. But for some reason, that guy couldn't accept that and said, if you don't post more GTA videos and you keep posting Sniper Elite, I'm gonna unsubscribe. And basically, I replied to the guy, replied to his comment, and I was really nice to him, even though, you know, how he was commenting. And I basically told him, like, you know, straight up, I'm like, listen, you know, if you're gonna unsubscribe and you're gonna leave because, like, you know, I'm playing a different game, then, you know, best of luck to you, but, you know, I'm not gonna be told what game I can and can't play. I'm gonna be sad if anybody leaves. I don't want anybody to leave or unsubscribe, but I'm not gonna be, like, you know, threatened or basically, like, you know, told, like, you better play this game or I'm gonna unsubscribe. It's not how it works on this channel. Play whatever I feel like playing. So, I'm not gonna, you know, be bullied or told what game I can and can't play. And, surprisingly, what actually happened is that guy did something that I almost never see happen. He actually admitted that he was wrong. Because, like, whenever I see those comments, usually comments like that telling me that they're gonna unsubscribe if I don't play, like, GTA, usually when I try to reason with them, like, in the comments, it doesn't work out, but that guy was, like, the first guy that I remember that actually admitted that he was wrong. So, what ended up happening was, the guy deletes all of his comments, like, all of his comments on his videos, they all just vanished. I was like, what? Where did they go? And what happened was, because the Sniper Elite videos, they were only getting, like, maybe 2,000 views a video. They weren't getting that much views, but still a decent amount, 2,000, but, you know, in comparison to some of my others, they weren't doing that great. But I was still doing them because I enjoyed the game. Wasn't doing it for views, was doing it because I enjoyed Sniper Elite. And so all the guy's comments, they all disappeared. I was wondering, you know, where did his comments go? And then what happens is, like, a week later, I post another part of Sniper Elite. The same guy who was posting those comments telling me he's gonna unsubscribe if I keep playing Sniper Elite posted a comment saying, hey, you're pretty good at this game, like, when are you gonna upload more Sniper Elite videos? And I replied back to him, and I said to him, like, didn't you tell me, like, a week ago that you were gonna unsubscribe if I kept playing this game and I didn't do more GTA content? And then he replied back saying, yeah, but that was before I actually started watching your content and I gave your content a chance, and I actually really like this game. Can you please upload more of it? And when I was, like, reading that comment, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'm glad that he changed his mind, and he admitted that he was wrong. But at the same time, I was thinking, like, you know, if you actually watched the video instead of just pausing the video and just commenting that you hated the game, maybe you would have actually liked the game and you wouldn't have had that bias and opinion from the start. But unfortunately, some people, they have this bias from the start. They're like, oh, I hate this game and everything that's related to this game. I'm not going to give this game a chance, and if this game isn't like this sucks, blah, blah, blah. That's, so that's, like, a perfect example of, like, bias. Like, that was, like, really bad bias. He admitted that he was wrong, but, like, you know, he wouldn't have made those comments in the first place if he had just, like, if he had just given the videos a chance. So, like, a lot of people, they don't want to give new content a chance. They just, like, you know, it's... I never understood that personally. What's your question? What was the worst trouble that I had ever gotten into in school? Oh, what was that? What was that? Okay, I don't even know what that was. I didn't really get into much trouble in school. I didn't really get into much trouble. I have gotten yelled at by teachers. I'm trying to remember what was the thing that was like... I'm trying to remember. It would have to have been in middle school, because in high school I didn't really get into much trouble. In middle school I had a few problems. I always had good grades, but I'm trying to remember. I'll think of it. Why is there no chat in Reddit Online? Oh yeah, that'd be cool if they had like a chat like Modern Warfare, like a scroll chat. That'd be cool. What made you become a YouTuber? Nothing really made me become a YouTuber. I did YouTube just for fun. Like, I would just upload, like, you know, games and stuff on my channel. And then my channel blew up, like, you know, it just happened. And so I kept doing YouTube, and I never went into YouTube thinking, like, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I never really did that. A court series? What do you mean by that? I played Need for Speed. I played some Need for Speed, but not a lot of it. Oh, I remember. To answer your question, what was the thing that I had gotten the most in trouble for? I remember now. One thing that I don't know if this is the most trouble that I've gotten into, but I remember it though. What happened was in 7th grade. I was in 7th grade, and this was, what year was this? This was 2006? 2007, when I was in 7th grade. What happened was, we had an assignment. We had an assignment at our, it was English class, and what we had to do was we had to write a project, kind of like a paper, short paper, about, like, we had to watch our favorite TV shows. We had to watch our favorite TV shows and write about the main character, write about him and, like, what motivates them, motivates him or her, and, like, what they do. And what happens is, you know what TV show I chose? That was my favorite TV show that I wrote a report on. I wrote a report on The Sopranos. That was my favorite TV show. When I was in 7th grade, that's the TV show that I would watch. A lot of kids watch cartoons. I watched The Sopranos, Mafia TV show. I watched pretty much every episode of that. And what I did was I wrote about Tony Soprano and stuff like that. And what happened was I didn't, like, write any, like, really bad stuff, but, like, the teachers considered it inappropriate because it's, like, a Mafia TV show. And what happened was, they had told my mom about that and stuff, but I did what the assignment said, you know, write about your favorite TV show, which was The Sopranos, so, you know, it's not like I didn't follow the assignment, but they got mad at me for that, so that was it, you know, and you know, how old was I? How old was I? I was, like, 11, or at the time, 7th grade, so, like, I didn't think a big deal of it, you know, there were some gruesome parts in Sopranos, but it wasn't, you know, as gruesome as some other stuff on TV, so... The most unreasonable teacher that I ever had, though, and this isn't really, like, that major trouble, but it was still really annoying what I dealt with, there was this teacher that I had in 8th grade, and oh man, she was like, she was really unreasonable, and I'll never forget this. This was like a, I'm trying to remember the name of the class. It was like, this was like a class where they taught you how to do sewing, and they taught you how to do some cooking. I'm trying to remember what the name of the class was now. I can't remember the name of the class at the top of my head, but I do remember what happened. What part of Poland is your family from? Mine is from Tarnogrod. My family is from my family is from Olsztyn. EDP. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Source. I don't think it was culinary. It was if I'm gonna remember it when somebody says the name of it. Facts. I don't think it was that either. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna ask my friend one day what it was, because my friend, I still have contact with him. He was in the class with me, but if he remembers. But it was like a class where you did basically what you did. They taught you some. It was weird. They taught you cooking. They taught you how to sew like clothes. I don't remember how to sew at all, even though I did it in the thing. But they taught you how to do some cooking. They taught you some sewing. They taught you like careers and stuff like that a little bit. What basically happened was we had an assignment to do. We had an assignment to do in that class, and the assignment was a few pages. Trying to remember the amount. I'm trying to remember the exact amount. It was a few pages, though. I think it was at least 2 pages. So we had this assignment, and the thing is, though, I had just moved into a new house because my parents and me, we're originally from New York City. Well, I'm from New York City. My parents are from Poland, but we lived in New York City originally. And what happened was we moved out to Long Island, which is on the suburbs of the city, and what happened was we just moved into like the new house like a week before I started school, like in the summertime. And so I didn't have my computer on me. I didn't even have internet at the house. So even if I had gotten the computer, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. There was no internet at the house. And I remember those first few weeks were so boring. There was like nothing to do. Like there was no internet or anything, but basically I had no way of, no way of doing anything on my computer. My computer wasn't there, so I couldn't really look things up. Couldn't really do anything much there. I eventually did get the paper done. I did write the paper. Oh, thank you for the super chat, TR18. Hi, Pro, my main account, I've been doing GTA content, but I don't do it for the subs. I want to help people, but the videos are not recommended. Any advice? Sure, I'll give you advice in a moment, TR. Let me just finish this story. So I ended up finally did do the assignment. I used a little bit of the school computers, but I couldn't print anything from the school computers. I couldn't print anything from the library, which I didn't have membership in. I did do a little bit of research, but I wasn't able to really cite anything, but I was able to tell the teacher where I had gotten my sources from. And what I did was, I wrote the entire assignment. It was supposed to be like 2 pages, but I wrote like 5 pages on loose leaf. And I didn't write like terribly, like I printed it. I wrote it as nice to the best of my ability as I could. And I wrote it nice. I checked my grammar and everything, and I stapled it. And I gave it to her. And she says to me, I'm not taking this. And then I'm like, what do you mean you're not taking this? And she's like, the assignment specifically said that you have to type up the paper. And I'm like, I don't have access to a computer right now. It's like, what do you want me to do? I don't even have membership in the library here. I just moved in like a week ago. What do you expect me to do right now? And she's like, that's not an excuse. I'm like, oh, come on. So I'm like, take the assignment. I did it right now. She's like, no, you did not complete the assignment. You didn't complete it. I'm like, I wrote the whole assignment here. Here's the thing. She didn't want to take it. And she gave me a 0 for it. For simply not being typed. She gave me a 0 for the paper. I literally spent days writing that paper. I got a 0 for that. And what happened was, it gets even worse. Because what she did was she actually called my house. So she even called my house and like complained to my mom that I had not completed the assignment and that she had given me a 0. So she took it even a whole step further. And the thing is, my mom knew about what had happened. I told my mom about what happened with the assignment, and my mom wasn't mad at me at all. My mom had no problem with me. My mom even told me that the teacher's a psycho. She's like, what's wrong with her? So and the thing is, I never had gotten through to that teacher. Like I had gotten that 0 for pretty much forever. So that I had that assignment as a 0, and I was never able to get a full A in that class because of that assignment. But that was one thing that I dealt with, and I never forgotten it because it's just how stupid the whole incident was. But what I'll say about this is, and this is what these teachers, like, some of these teachers are just so unreasonable. Like, for them, it's like everything has to be completely perfect, you know, all double spaced, all this complete perfect sources. If you messed it, like, did any small mistakes, they'll have you do the whole thing all over again. But then, the funny thing about that is, a lot of these really strict teachers, they'll demand everything in, like, a paper. And they'll say, no late papers at all. You have to hand it in on day 1. If you don't hand it in on day 1, you get a 0. But then you hand it in on day 1, and it takes them, like, 3 weeks to grade the paper. So they expect everything to be there on day 1, and it takes them like over a month to grade your paper after that. So they expect you to do everything so quickly, but then when it comes to actually reading your paper and giving you a grade, it takes them weeks to do it. Isn't that kind of ironic? That it takes them so long to grade the papers, but yet they're so unreasonable when it comes to how fast you have to do it. Just think about that next time you have an unreasonable teacher, and just like, how long does it take them to grade the papers? Because I've noticed that, like, the teachers that are really strict usually takes them so long to grade the papers. It's like, how can it possibly take you a month to grade, like, 30 papers? Like, you know, you could do, like, 2 papers even a day, and you could finish that, quicker. So it's like, come on. No, Rockstar is not going to nerf anything in Cayo Perico. It's fine the way it is. If they did do any nerf, the community would be outraged. Any new videos of San Andreas coming out tomorrow? And also, I'm gonna have a really good video coming out on San Andreas, but it's gonna be when I beat San Andreas. So when I beat San Andreas, I'm gonna have a very good video, like, breaking down, like, Big Smoke and Ryder and, like, those characters and giving my thoughts on them. So I'll have, like, a really good video on that, like, kind of a lore San Andreas video, when I beat it. I don't think it was called Home Economics for me. I think I would have remembered it. But... You know, there was this one teacher that I had in college, and this was for, what was this? A writing class. Writing something. It was writing something. Technical writing. Technical writing was the name of the class. And the teacher that I had, he wasn't, like, rude or anything. Like, you know, he was, I guess, kind of a nice guy, but he was really unorganized. So he was, you know, not rude or anything. He was nice, but he was really unorganized. And what happened was, I always save backup copies. So whenever you have an assignment due for school or college, whatever, save backup copies. Always do that. I always had backup copies just in case. And out of all the backup copies that I've only had to use a backup copy once, ever. And that was with that incident, and I'm really glad I kept a backup copy. I don't know how somebody, to me personally, I don't understand how somebody can type out, like, how can you type out a huge paper, like, so many pages, and not save a copy of that? Like, why? I don't understand, like, why somebody wouldn't do that. But what happened was a bunch of students had given him his assignment that he wanted. I gave him the assignment too. He comes back to class, like, the next day, and he's like, class, I lost, like, half the assignments. And we're like, what? How do you lose, like, half the assignments? So he lost, like, half the assignments. And a lot of people had to retype it again because they didn't save backup copies. So he wouldn't even give them, like, a grade, like, on that. He wouldn't even mark as complete. Like, he would say, oh, you guys gotta type it up again if you didn't save a backup copy. And some people were, like, furious in my class. Like, people started yelling at him in the class. I saved the backup copy, so I just printed it and I gave it to him the next day. But that was like, oh, man. That was not a good day in class. I remember that day. Pro, why don't you do big sales? Oh, I have a big sale coming up, Anthony. I'm just waiting for Rockstar to do a 25% bonus on the collectibles, and then I'll sell all the collectibles, my moonshine business, a trader, and I'll have that, like, all in one video. So I'll do that. I'm just waiting for an event on this game. Yeah, I look at chat on my phone. My phone is, like, on my table, and I look at chat that way. Can you do a Skyrim stream? Well, what I'll do is one day I'll do Oblivion. You know Oblivion? I'll do a walkthrough of Oblivion one day on my channel. I'll do it. I'll do it sometime this next year coming up. I'll do Oblivion. It'll be one of my games I promise to do a walkthrough of. Will be Oblivion. We'll do a walkthrough of the main quest in Oblivion. We'll do that on this channel. And we'll also do a walkthrough of the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild quests and stuff like that. Harry has a sale. Okay, let me help then, here. Okay, invite me and I'll help you with your sale. What about GTA 3? GTA 3 I'll do also, but the thing is, I want to go kind of in chronological order, because I already did Vice City, So Vice City I already did as a walkthrough, and then I doing San Andreas now like 2 years later, and then after this, chronologically, it will be Liberty City Stories will be the next one. I don't know. Well, Oblivion is a popular game. I like it. Oblivion is one of my favorite games. Like when I was a kid, I loved Oblivion. Oblivion was probably my favorite game on the PS3, or at least one of my favorite games. I loved Oblivion so much. That game was so ahead of its time. They did such a great job of Oblivion. The NPCs in Oblivion, they were kind of weird at times, and their movements, animations, and their dialogue was weird. But it was a great game. Nobody can deny that. There is a lot of memes when it comes to Oblivion, but it was a great game. It was one of the best games ever made. It was an amazing game. Can you give the YouTube advice now? Oh, well, alright, I'm sorry about that, Logan. So about, like, you said that you're doing videos on, like, helping people, and they're not getting recommended, right? Well, I'll say this, though, and a lot of YouTubers, they won't really admit to this, but on YouTube, at least when you're starting out on YouTube, you have to be lucky to an extent. You have to be lucky that the algorithm notices you. It just happens by luck. I don't think there's really a specific key to it, because what happened to me on my channel is I did content on my channel for like a year and a half, and I had gotten maybe like 300 subscribers in a year and a half. Most of my videos have gotten 10 views or less, and what happened was like one day, like out of nowhere, my videos just blew up like with the algorithm. I was like, what's going on here? And it happened with gun running. So when gun running came out, like my videos just like blew up. But that's like, you keep making content, and hopefully one day the algorithm will notice you. The best time that I've noticed, though, to like have the algorithm notice you, when new content comes out. So like right now, like when new content comes out, try to make a video that like somebody hasn't made yet. Like try to think of something unique that you can do. Something that people might want to know the answer to, but they haven't made a video about it. And also make sure that you do YouTube for fun. Make sure it's always something that you enjoy doing. Because there's a lot of YouTubers that I know, well, not that I know personally, but that I've seen, and I can tell they do YouTube mostly for money. And how old are you? I'm 26. Thank you, Extreme, for the super chat. It's fine to have YouTube as a job. YouTube is my main job. That's perfectly fine. But if you're doing YouTube as mainly just for money, and not because like you enjoy it or doing content for people to enjoy, that's a problem. There's two channels that I know of that do YouTube, there's two really good channels that I know that do YouTube for fun. They do YouTube because they enjoy it. It's their main job, but they still do it for fun. And you can tell both those channels have really good content. And one channel everybody knows probably from watching me here is Tagback TV. Tagback TV, he 100% he does YouTube for fun. From watching his videos, he enjoys the content that he makes. He's very passionate about the content that he makes, and I hope he keeps doing well. He's really passionate about his channel and really enjoys his content. So if you ever check out Tagback TV, he's a great channel. He does YouTube. He's passionate about it. He enjoys it. He used to do mostly Red Dead, and then what happened was like earlier in this year, he started doing other content, and at first his other content wasn't getting a lot of views, but he still kept doing it either way. And now look at his channel like almost a year later, he has successfully expanded his channel into so many games. Like he will play any game that he feels like playing, and he'll get a lot of views. A lot of people notice his channel, so he did really well. So I hope he continues doing well. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. Thank you, Cool, for the super chat, and thank you, Craig. Thoughts on Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Nightmare DLC? They're probably not going to do one if they haven't done it already. But another channel that I know that has YouTube as their job, but they do it for fun, is this guy called Wilsey. He's a friend of mine. If anybody's seen Wilsey's videos, I've talked to Wilsey before. He's a really nice guy, and well, we talk through messages mostly, but he's a really nice guy, and he does different walkthroughs on games, and he really does enjoy the content that he makes. Yeah, YouTube is like my main job, but the thing about that is, and this is the problem that a lot of YouTubers do, is people even if you become successful on YouTube, never rely on YouTube as your only source of income. Don't do that. Don't, because that is YouTube is an extremely volatile, unstable source of income. Like, it could just go away one day, like completely go away. Like, anything can happen. YouTube as itself could be shut down. Anything can happen. Your videos might not be getting recommended as much as they are. Like, anything can happen. Anything can go wrong with YouTube. It's not a stable job by any means. It's a nice job. It has its advantages that, like, you can do it on your own time. You know, you create content. You create content and then it grows over time, but it's not something that you want to rely on as your only source of income. Thank you, Wild Gaming. Is the new legendary bounty out yet, or do we have to wait Tuesday? It'll come out probably. Thank you. It didn't come out last Tuesday. Thank you, Wild, for the super chat. But that's what I say is never rely on just YouTube as your only source of income. And me, even though YouTube is, you know, my main job, I don't rely it as my only source of income. I have been doing ever since like March this year, I started doing the stock market, and I've been like slowly like learning more and more on it, like watching videos on it, tutorials, and like trying to get a basic of the stock market. And I've been like, you know, trying to trade stocks since like March to like now, and I'm still doing it. And I've done pretty well. Like I haven't done like amazing, but you know, I've had my ups and downs with it. But it has I have gotten good with it. I wouldn't say amazing, but I have learned a little bit with it. So the point that I'm making is just, you know, always, you know, have a backup plan. Always try to do something else that you can do. Okay, Wallace Station, past Valentine. No, I do trade stocks. I've been doing Robinhood, EB. I don't know what you're talking about. Have I ever cried over a game? I don't think so. It takes a lot to make me cry. I can't really remember a time that I cried. There was times that I got really scared. I've gotten really scared during games, but I haven't, like, cried. One game that really scared me was Outlast. Outlast, really creeped me out. I played Outlast, and I beat Outlast, Well, I could do something like that, like, I could add that to, like, you know, a new series on, like, debates, but if it was debates, it would be over video games and stuff like that. It wouldn't really be any other stuff, because I don't, no politics, none of that stuff on this channel. This is a gaming channel, I don't do that stuff, I think that, I already did Outlast on the channel. I could do it again next Halloween, but, I did Outlast before on the channel. Yeah. One game that kind of really shocked me, that I had gotten a lot of, I had one game that I wasn't really crying, but I had gotten shocked at a lot of things in the game, and that was Ace Attorney. When I played Ace Attorney, because I've never played the Ace Attorney games. I've never played them. And then I started playing them, and this was, like, last year, so last year I started playing them. And, like, I played through them the first time, and, like, a lot of those cases had, like, major twists in them, like, that I didn't see coming at all. Like, some of those cases in that game were, like, they were really well done. Like, they were really well thought out. Can you help me in Red Dead Redemption 2? What's your name on PS5? My name is Polish Mercenary on PlayStation. Do I like RPG games? It depends on the type. I don't think it was called Home Economics. It's called something else. Maybe it was called Home Economics. I don't know, but I think I would have remembered the name if somebody told me. Oh, and you know what I'll say is like what I'll say is another thing I remember about college, and this was not a good experience that I remember about college. This was like something that didn't really affect me that much, but you know, I still remember it as a bad experience. What happened was I took a lot of online classes in college. I like working on computers more and at home, so if I can do classes at home, I'd rather do that. And this was like a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years further. But I had taken a lot of online classes, and those online classes, I would usually take them in the summertime or in the winter time, because I would take classes in like, you know, fall and spring, but then I would also take them like in between. And the class that was like in winter or winter or summer, they were classes that you took in 1 month. So they were 1 month classes that had like basically like 4 or 5 months of content in them. So they would kind of rush you with a lot of stuff. But the thing about it is, like one of the classes I remember, I took a history class, and what would happen is we had like this message board that we would go online in the class, and the message board we would like post different. The teacher would ask us to post a specific topic. Everyone would have to make a post about a specific topic, and it's like the topic that we were covering in history. And what would happen is people would have to then reply to you. So they would you would have to reply to 2 other people's posts and like tell them what you think. And like oftentimes the posts were like us talking about like historical events and like figures and like talking about what we think about it and stuff like that. And what happened was I really got into that because I like history and I like discussing history, and it kind of like really hurt me because I would make like I would go out of my way to make this really long post. So I would make a pretty decent post, like not super long, but like something that was a decent amount, like a few paragraphs, like talking about a specific event or like a historical person or something like that. And what would happen is like people would comment on my post and they would just reply back with saying, "Good post, I agree." Like that was it. Like no discussion, anything. It was just good post, I agree. I'm like, what's the point of having a discussion if that's all you're gonna do? And it's clear that those people didn't care about what I wrote. They just posted that just because they wanted credit for the assignment. I think the teacher gave them a 0, because if I was the teacher and I saw that somebody making a reply like that, I would give them a 0, because that is not participation at all. That is just stupid. But I've seen that happen, and the thing is like I even replied back to some of these people saying like, is there anything else you want to add to the discussion? Like nothing, no replies, nothing. It was just, and I could tell like some of the posts that people made, even the people that would make posts, like they didn't even care. Like it was just the minimum amount that they could write like on it. It's like, you know, what's the point of taking these classes if you don't care? It's just, that's kind of made me mad. There was this, my first semester of college, the very first semester, I had taken a history course also, Western Civilization, I think it was called, and what had happened was, in that class, like, the teacher of the class was really nice, and he was nice, and he was passionate, and I could tell that he enjoyed the material that he covered, he was very knowledgeable, he knew what he was talking about, he was passionate about it. He could go on lengths talking about it. So, you know, when it came to presentation, he was great. Like, he knew what he was talking about. But the thing about him is, he was so nice to the point that he was too nice. And you can have a teacher that's too nice. That's also a possibility. You can have a teacher that's too strict and too harsh, but you can also have a teacher that's too nice. I would much rather have a teacher that's too nice than a teacher that's too strict, but also too nice is also a problem. And how is it a problem? It's a problem because what happened was, most of the people in the class were not paying attention. Like, half of the class was asleep. A huge chunk of them were on their phones. Another part of them were on their laptops. And even though they were supposed to be using their laptops to research stuff in the class, they were oftentimes on Facebook or something. Like, I would sit behind these people and I would see what's on their screens, like Facebook and some other stuff. It was social media. And it was clear that these people didn't care about the class. And, like, most of the time, people wouldn't even show up to class. And, like, this teacher, he was so nice, he would never say anything about it. Like, people would come in, like, halfway into the class, and he would still mark them as present. So they would, like, show up, like, 30, 45 minutes late, and he would still mark them as present. And that's, like, the point where you're too nice on people, like, at that point, because that's not... And it got me mad, because, like, I was thinking, like, to all these students, like, I was like, what is the point of you people being in this class if you're just not even gonna care about this stuff? So that's just the way that I felt about it personally. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And I think to a degree, I think that he was scared. I think that teacher was scared. I think he was not a people person. So he was good at, like, you know, presenting stuff, but he was not good at socializing with people. And I think that he lacked the self-confidence, I think, to kind of stand up to some of these students and also call on them. I think that was the issue there. Because he should have been calling on some of the people that were, like, asleep or on their phones, like, called them to answer, like, questions and stuff like that. But, you know, I was one of the few people that actually, you know, participated in that class, and it just made me sad that I see that all these people that just don't even care. I know learning is a choice. If they don't want to, they don't want to learn. But you know, you'd think these kids, oftentimes their parents are paying for, like, you know, the college, and they don't even care, like, about you know, the classes or stuff like that. And I'm not saying that college is even necessary. You don't even really need college. You know, certain things you want to do, you can do without college. But the point that I'm making is the people that choose to go to college, like, or, you know, their parents tell them to go to college. If you're gonna be there, you know, at least, like, you know, make an effort, show that you at least care. Like, you know, at least try to learn something. Yeah, we're gonna play Fool's Gold right now. I started up the Posse. You guys want to join? We'll do some Fool's Gold. Have some fun with that. I'm gonna. Okay, let me use. Okay, bolt action rifle. We'll use that. Yeah, kids don't want to learn. It is sad. And the thing is, when I was like when I was graduating, like my final semester of college, when I was graduating, the class that I was in, I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm trying to remember. This is like spring of 2019. What was the class that I was in? Damn, I'm trying to remember. It was a law class. Because I ended up graduating in a bachelor's in law enforcement, so that was my profession, what I did. And thank you for the super chat, KS. Thank you, man. So what happened was, this was like a law class, and it was, you know, it wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it wasn't hard either. But it was an important class. It was one of the main requirements that you had for graduating. And what happened was, like, most of the time, like, half the class wouldn't even show up. They wouldn't even show up to the class. And I was like, you know, this is you know, what you're trying to graduate in, and you don't even care. Yeah, and sometimes you have that attitude where, you know, you shouldn't look at your peers or look at what they're doing, but sometimes you just can't help it. Like when you see people doing so many wrong things, and it just bothers you personally. You know, the time that I got the most mad in college, like I was like to the point where I was just furious, where I was honestly about to say something. Like it takes a lot to get me really mad. But like I was to the point where I was about to say, I didn't say anything in the end, but I was like so close. I was like so close to actually saying something. What happened that caused me to get so mad? One of these it was the final class that I was taking. It was a senior project class. And it was the class where we had to, like, write our final paper, like a final research paper. And when you finish that research paper, if you pass, you graduate. What ended up happening was, and I gotta change back to auto aim. The teacher that I took for the class, he was like a really nice guy. I had actually taken him for 2 classes before that. So I had him for 2 other classes, and I decided to take him for the 3rd class because he was such a great guy. He was a great teacher, and I liked him a lot. And what happened was, he was the most reasonable out of all the teachers that were, like, when it came to the research paper. He was the most reasonable. Like, he wasn't like so nice, but he was like, he was pretty reasonable. Like a lot of the other people, they would require like a 25-page paper. One professor required like a 30-page paper. He required a 20-page paper. He still went pretty hard on you on the paper, but he was much more reasonable at times, much more reasonable with what you had to like accomplish and stuff. And he was an all-around nice guy. But even though he was kind of strict on, like, you know, grading the papers, he had that same problem that the other teacher had that I told you guys about. Thank you, Chicken Nugget, for the super chat. It makes me kind of hungry, actually. But, so, basically, what happened was, he was so nice in that class that there was, like, students that were basically, like, they would come in, like, an hour late to the class and maybe just sit there for, like, you know, 30 minutes until the class ended, and he would mark them as present. And they would just tell him, oh, I had a family emergency, or they would tell him that, they would tell him, like, a bunch of other things. There was something, an accident on the highway, or something else. And some of those could have been true. But I know that a lot of those weren't true. How do I know they weren't true? Because I heard the students actually talking about it, that it wasn't true, that they were just making up stuff just to tell him so they didn't have to sit through the whole class. And there was this one student that was like laughing in the corner, and he was like talking to another student, and he basically just said that the teacher's an idiot, that you can just lie to him and say that you had a family emergency, and he'll give you credit for coming in. And then he said like, why would you lie about something like that, like having a family emergency? And I got so mad when I heard that. Like, I was about to, like, they were sitting like right behind me, and I was about to like turn around and actually like say something bad to them, because I got so mad, but I didn't say anything. I decided not to say anything in the end, because I didn't want to start an argument or cause a scene in the whole class, I guess. But I got mad when I heard that, because like this teacher's like so nice, and people are just taking advantage of him, just lying to him about having family emergencies just so that they didn't have to sit for the whole class. That's just so messed up, and that's just, it made me so mad. Oh, I was talking about a college story that I was just saying, we're doing pretty well here, okay. The enemy players aren't really approaching us. I wonder if I can climb on top of that. That would be ridiculous if I could. Oh, I don't think I'll complete San Andreas like 100% like with the activities, but I'll do the story on the channel. Oh, I can actually walk. I can get to the top of this thing. Oh. Do you want to play some poker in Red Dead Redemption 2 on Windows 98? Thank you, Source, for the super chat. Favorite fast food place? Favorite fast food? My favorite sandwich in fast food, probably the Filet-O-Fish in McDonald's. I know that's probably really unhealthy for you, but I like the fish sandwich in McDonald's. I don't like the Burger King fish sandwich as much. I like the fish sandwich in McDonald's. They don't even see me up here, like, on top of the tree right now. Now, this is a really good position. Because I like playing the games. I play Red Dead because I have fun with it. I like doing, like, you know, weekly streams and having fun with the game. My favorite game ever, that ever came out, of all time. I actually played it on my channel. My favorite game of all time would have to be, Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. That game. PS2 game, also Xbox original game, Mercenaries. That is probably my favorite one. I love that game so much. Yeah, Mercenaries. Mercenaries was such a fun game. And it's one of the few games where you actually fight North Korea, because there's a lot of games where you not too many games I can think of where the North Koreans are the main bad guys, but that's I got him already. Oh, I was hoping I could get it. Okay. Your streams are good, thank you. This headshot mechanic is like so... Like, look at this. Like, you guys see how quickly I can just kill people like this? Like, I just wasted 3 players like nothing there. Like, I hope that in the future Rockstar does some kind of update so that you don't rely on headshots so much, because that's... Oh, and he headshotted me probably. Oh no, it was a pump action shotgun. But, like, you know, and the thing is, I'm just going for headshots because it's the most effective way to kill people, but I wish I didn't have to. You know, I hope that one day, and I know they've made updates in the past where they've made the game less reliant on headshots, but it's still too annoying. Like, do you guys agree with me in the chat, like, that something should be done about this? Because it's just the headshot spam. It can just be annoying in this game. Okay. I mean, I even feel bad headshotting people in this game, so it's just... I hope that they make combat less reliant on headshots in the future. They do something about it. I don't know what they could do. I'm not sure what they could do to balance that, but I would like to see them do something about the headshots personally. Something that makes body shots better. Maybe increase the damage to body shots. Maybe they could do that to balance out headshots, but, you know... Do you guys remember, like, remember the first few months of Red Dead Online? Remember the varmint rifle headshot spam? Remember that? Oh, man. I still remember how stupid that was. It was like, varmint rifle headshot. Every single town you went into, there was, like, people that just constantly would shoot you with the varmint rifle in the head. It was so annoying. Oh, my God. The varmint rifle headshots used to be so annoying. Do you have any GTA video ideas? I do have a few. But Logan, you should also try not to rely on just one game on your channel. Don't do that, because if you only play like one game on your channel, you're limiting yourself on the content that you can do on your channel. Try to expand and play other games. That's what I did on my channel. Is when I started playing Red Dead Redemption on my channel, like, a lot of people hated on me at first, and, like, you know, I had lost actually a lot of subscribers when I started doing Red Dead content, but in the end, I gained a lot more subscribers back from Red Dead content. And a lot of people, you know, they'll actually, like, one of the top search results is, you know, the professional GTA, but people also search for professional Red Dead. Like, people search that now. So when I see search results like that, the professional Red Dead, like, you know, come up on YouTube, I know that people are also trying to find my guides, and they're trying to find my videos, and they like my Red Dead content and enjoy it because they're trying to search me up. So, it was pretty good expanding into Red Dead content. I did do several Red Dead money guides. You're gonna make a video on Micah Bell? I was possibly thinking about making a video on him in the future. The Dutch video that I made, like, just randomly blew up. Like the video is over a year old, and what happened, it's gonna be over 2 years old now soon, and what happened is the Dutch video that I made from, like, February of 2019 just got so many views all of a sudden. Like, a ton of people were finding the video. Like, it's just, that's weird. Like, sometimes you have, like, a video up for, like, when you post a video for, like, many months, it might not get that many views, and then, like, one day, like, the algorithm will just pick it up, and the video will just grow. Okay, I think I'm gonna play a little poker here. Let me go into game chat here. Okay, let me go into poker a little bit here. Play some poker. Public buy-in. Well, here's what I think about Logan. Think about making a video of something that somebody else hasn't covered yet. Like, I know that might be a little hard, but just try to think of something that, like, somebody hasn't covered yet. and think of something interesting that people would want to know. Like, how does something work in the game? Something, you know, how much money you could get from a specific activity. You know, something like that. That is the hardest part about YouTube, it's not even editing the videos, it's coming up with a video idea. Because if you don't have a video idea, you got nothing to start on. My favorite book. My favorite book is probably Animal Farm. Yeah, Animal Farm is probably my favorite book. I liked Animal Farm a lot. Yeah, Animal Farm is a really good book. And the thing is, though, is a lot of people that read, if you have a bad teacher in high school or even middle school, if you read, because a lot of people had fun, Pro. Thank you, Brett. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks, man. I'm glad I was able to help you with the sale. But if you have a bad teacher, if you read Animal Farm in your class and you have a bad teacher and they don't explain to you a lot of the stuff in it, you're gonna think of it as just some generic story. But when you think about it this way, a lot of the animals in Animal Farm, pretty much every single one of them is based on either a person or a group of people. If you know the history of the Russian Revolution, it's pretty easy to figure out which animals or which characters in that. Oh, hey, Digital Car Addict, how are you, man? Get the Collector. The Naturalist is just a weird role. Collector, just go, hang on, let me get the Collector, and, Full House 4s? Okay. Okay, see here. Okay, and I'm gonna put something in the chat right now that's gonna help you out. Get the Collector role, and what you're gonna want to do is use this. I'm gonna post the link right now. This is the Jean Rupke map. I just posted this. Jean Rupke's map is really good. He shows pretty much a lot of the collectibles in the game, and where they are, and that'll help you out so much. No, it's on PS5, what do you mean? I think that the new Outlaw Pass was just leaked, was it? Was the new Outlaw Pass leaked for Reddit Online? Does anybody know in the chat? A few people were telling me about that earlier. Is that really confirmed? My favorite food? Oh, that's easy. Sushi. Okay, can somebody tell me in the chat, if the next Outlaw Pass was leaked, what's the source on it? Is it like a data miner? Or is it like just a rumor? Because if it's just a rumor, then I'm not going to cover it, because I don't do speculation on this channel. If it's like actual data miners that found it, then I'll make a video on it. Game files? But what's the original source? Who's the original source? It's in the files? What did I eat today for dinner? I didn't have dinner yet. Yeah. I've been streaming most. Right after I finish, I'm gonna eat dinner.
Good morning, friend.
Okay, so I'll probably do a video on the Outlaw Pass. You guys want me to make a video on the new Outlaw Pass? I'll probably do that. Yeah, I know about that. If you go to Maggie, look in photos. There is photos you can't get until past 5. Huh. Let's see if I can get... Let's see if I can trick everyone here. Let's see if this works. Oh, no, it didn't work on him. He probably has good cards. Didn't work on him either. Okay. Who's your favorite non-playable character in Red Dead story mode? Probably either Charles or Sadie. Okay. Does your PS5 also go random jet mode at times as well? I mean sometimes, but it's usually when I'm it almost never does. It does it almost always when I'm playing a game. Oh, message me on their Suhaib if I'm reading your name correctly. I'll look you up afterwards. No, when he says jet mode, he means that it makes a really loud noise. On Patreon, you said you, yeah, you said you were a member on their Suhaib? Oh, let me look here, here. What is your name on their Suhaib? Okay, this will be my last hand here, I guess, then. No, I don't think that Abigail was a snitch. What do you think about the Animal Farm movie? I think that maybe with the Animal Farm movie, they kind of did it a little bit less darker with the movie. I mean, I don't think the movie was terrible. Thank you, Harry, for the super chat. Oh, he folded. Hey, Christine. Yeah, I think the payouts on it are good. I'll do Generation Zero sometime early next year, Brandon. What is Animal Farm about? George Orwell wrote Animal Farm. It takes place on this place called Manor Farm in Britain, and the characters in the characters in Animal Farm are all animals, and there's also humans in it, and the humans mistreat them, and the animals talk to each other, and what happens is the animals stage a revolution, and it's a revolution about equality, and what ends up happening is they create like a several amounts of tenets that they're supposed to follow, that no animal is supposed to break, and that all animals are equal, and what ends up happening is one of the animals, Napoleon is the name of the pig animal, goes crazy, creates a regime, violates all of the tenets, and has a lot of the animals killed. And it just, it becomes a very, it starts out as kind of like, it starts out something that you might see in like a, you know, kind of like a kid's story, and then the thing becomes very dark. But if you know the real meaning behind Animal Farm, the book becomes even more darker if you know the real meaning behind everything, because all of the animals in the book are pretty much based on real people. And the book is basically George Orwell's like thoughts on the Russian Revolution. So like when they overthrew the Tsar and Russia became communist, that was basically like Animal Farm was his own kind of version of that, of what he thought of it. The animal that actually, the crazy pig animal in the book, that he actually has a lot of the other animals killed and actually creates his own secret police. The pig animal in the book Napoleon, that animal is based on Stalin. So that was like a lot of the characters in the book are based on real people from the Russian Revolution. So it's a really good read if anybody's never read it, but it's a good one. I don't think I've gotten Royal Flush before. Is Suhaib still here? But I guess we played some poker here. I'm kind of hungry, so I'm probably gonna get off here, and I'm probably gonna get some food to eat because I'm really hungry. But I'll still stick around for a few minutes. But that's the thing, Alberto, is if you don't know the meaning behind a lot of the animals in the book, you're not gonna really understand the story. If you know like what the animals are based on, that story becomes much more darker. Thank you, K Inspired. Clifford wants to know if him and his dad are annoying. Well, I didn't like Avon as an antagonist. I'm not sure on that skeptic. You would probably, it's got to be on Amazon. Oh, I have the Black Arabian Horse. Yeah, that's the thing is, it was a very good book. Did I grow up with Karens in my childhood? Oh, I'm guessing you've seen my Karens video. No, not really. There was that one Karen that was maybe a teacher that I told you guys about earlier, but not really. The whole Karen thing didn't start, but that's a relatively new thing, like the last few years, especially. People unfortunately today people are much more likely to complain than they did like years ago, and people freak out. People freak out a lot more today.
What was that?
Oh, I still have auto aim on. Okay. Let me put my free aim back on. It's a good way to get some extra XP when you play with free aim. Okay.
Damn, you cut us down fast. Who the hell are you?
Okay, I studied, I studied a few things, but I ended up graduating in, Bachelor in Law Enforcement Technology. The new, bounty hunter license, I think was the last license 25 gold? I don't think it was 25 gold. It was, I think it was 40 gold, the last license. Yes, I did go to college. Okay, so I guess I'll be going here, guys. Thank you everybody for watching, and where are you from? I am from Brooklyn, New York. So thank you everybody for watching. Great stream, Patrick. Merry Christmas, man. Thank you. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you everyone. Take care everyone.